5 streamers who ruin their career in seconds. You know, the funny part is, the more that I stream and stuff, the more that I immerse myself in the business side of content creation and not just creating content, the more I realize that the saying of, like, this person ruined their career or their career is now over is great content when you say it, but doesn't actually mean anything. It does not actually business. It doesn't actually mean anything. Like, DSP has made an entire career around ruining his career. Like, there's not really such thing as ruining your career. It's just getting a different audience. You know? Yeah, enter Logan Paul. Enter Logan Paul, the cockroach that just won't die. Not anything with front doors. Hamburger, hold the onions. Fuck off. Being blunt, mask off moment. I would be in a lot of trouble if people stopped donating to me, right? If I did not get any memberships and people did not donate at all, I would be in deep shit. That being said, that's kind of like with any job, right? Like, I never really understood that with streamers, I guess. Well, you know, I think I did understand, or well, no, I think I did agree with streamers at first in the beginning, content creators in the beginning. But it was like not very well thought out of me. Because again, this is like my first job. But I think it was actually Sakana that put this into perspective. Where streamers constantly complain about a lack of job security. As if that's not the same thing with literally every other fucking job, right? Streamers go on and on. I know I'm throwing my own kind under the bus here, or whatever the fuck. But it's like streamers will go on and on. Like, oh, well, it's so hard and it's so scary because if this happens or if that happens... Yeah, it's the same fucking thing with any person that has a job. That's just how jobs work. Sometimes you lose them. Sometimes it's completely out of your control. That's just how it is. And I was talking to Fishman about it, and I forget who we were talking about. I think like some video had just come out or something, and it was causing a stir, and it got posted in the company Discord or whatever. I don't remember. I was like, well, yeah, but that's the scary thing about being a streamer is like we have no job security compared to like normal person. Like it's a lot more of a we were talking about like committing to streaming. We were talking about full-time streaming, and I was like, well, people can't just like commit to being a full-time streamer because it's too volatile. And in hindsight, I think I'm still right about that part. I think I'm right about committing full-time to streaming being a bad idea in general and it being too volatile. But it doesn't really have to do with job security. That sounds contradictory, but let me explain. Committing full-time to streaming makes sense if you're already making money from streaming. If you're already making enough to sustain yourself, then going full-time can make sense. But going full-time when you're not making that money and just hoping that you will eventually make that money does not make a lot of sense. But in terms of like job security, well, with any job, you can lose your job. You know, that's just what happens. Sometimes branches shut down or some bitch gets you fired just because she doesn't fucking like you and she's buddy with a manager because she's sucking his dick or whatever the fuck. You know, like there's so many things that can happen. Your fucking house can catch fire and then you lose your job because, well, you can't come to work like smelling nice and shit, and they're like, well, fuck you, and now you're out of a house and a job. I'll be specific. Layoffs. Yeah, you know, like there's so much shit that can happen. It's the same thing with streaming, you know. I feel like it's a lot harder for streamers, if anything, right? Because basically the only qualification for or requirement for losing your job as a streamer is basically either number one, you just stop fucking doing it, or number two, you're boring. You're not doing the thing that was making you the money, right? So maybe if you're a Fortnite streamer, or you get banned, or yeah, that's true, or you can get banned. I think that's like the equivalent of a layoff. I think that's the equivalent of getting laid off when you get banned from a platform. But you can switch businesses. You can do the same job but at a different company. And yeah, the pay will be a little bit lower when you start out, but don't worry, you can work back up. You can move from Twitch to YouTube. It'll be fine. Yeah, being banned can actually help. I definitely agree with that. I think one of the best things that can happen to you as a small content creator, this is gonna sound terrible, but the best thing that can happen to you when you're a small content creator is something bad. Because when something bad happens to you and you're a small content creator, you don't really have a lot to lose, right? If you have 10 viewers, which is still a decent amount for a streamer, right? 10 viewers. A lot of people never make it to that point even. So you should still be proud of yourself if you make it to 10 viewers. But if you have 10 viewers. That's only 10 people that you can lose, right? So if something bad happens, like you get banned from Twitch for something stupid, like the moderators were like, oh, well, you made fun of Twitch thoughts, and we don't allow that, so you're banned. Or like you get banned over an emote, right? They're like, oh, you have an emote in your chat of an anime girl doing the L sign, right? Like calling people a loser. Now you can go on Twitter and you can be like, I just got banned for the stupidest fucking thing. You guys are not gonna believe this. And then Twitter's like, oh my god, wow, actually, that is really stupid, right? There you go. There you go. You just got a shit ton of exposure for like nothing. Yeah, it's all about how you frame it. Are these actual examples? Probably. Well, there was one girl that got banned. Or did she get banned? I don't remember. I think she got... No, I don't remember. There was like one girl that had like a cat emoji and the cat was like showing its butt, but it's a cat, right? But Twitch banned it for sexual content. But, you know, like stuff like that happening. Stuff like that happening. That's good. That's good. The L emo was real. Okay, so I was remembering something. Yeah, like people. Sometimes bad stuff happening to you is actually good stuff. You know? Manuel Castellanos, single 119. Hope is not a good strategy. Improve your skills. Yeah. I definitely think if you're not making it as a content creator, it's one of two things. Either, number one, you're too soon. Your content is ahead of its time, which I think is a very real thing, right? I think there are some content creators where they make great shit, but like there's just not the market yet for it, right? And sometimes like a market will form around it, and they'll be like a what's it called? Like they'll spearhead. No, there's like another word for it. I don't know. But like you can be ahead of your time. Yeah, bad timing. But they're a pioneer. Yeah, pioneer. A trailblazer. Yeah. Market forerunner. Well, I haven't heard that one before, but yeah. But then the other thing is, you might just suck. Yeah, you might just suck, and you don't suck like so bad, right? Like that's a common thing. Is you're not like terrible. It's a really competitive industry. You know, it's competitive. There's so much shit going on all the time. You have to compete with so many people, so you just gotta work harder. And it might not be in the area you think it is, because your content might be amazing, but the problem is you don't know how to market yourself. Or maybe your marketing's great, but your content's shit. I see this one a lot on Twitter. I'll see somebody posting some really funny shit, and I'm like, wow, this is great. And they're live right now? I want to check out their channel. And I click on their fucking stream, and they pop up on Twitter with witty banter, and you watch their stream, and they're sitting there. They're sitting there, and they're like, oh, yeah, hi. Oh, man. Man, this game sucks. You know, like shit like that, and you're just like, oh, okay. Why are you funny on Twitter, but not on stream? I can't ask that. I'll get banned. But like, I want to ask it. I really want to ask it. I know it's a dick question, but like, no chat interaction. You don't have to have chat interaction as a streamer. You can do other stuff. You can be funny without chat interaction, you know? Ask it on a sock account. Oh my god, no. I do not risk anything like that. Don't get me wrong, I've been tempted. I've been extremely tempted. Sometimes I'm watching somebody stream and I wanna ask them like a really stupid or mean question, or something that I know will piss them off, just because I want to watch them get mad. Okay, because I'm an asshole. But I do not do that, because I know I'll fuck it up somehow. And the best way to not get caught doing something is just to not do it. We do that to you too. I'm sure you do. Chat reflects the streamer, and I get a lot of bait posts. I get a lot of bait messages and we'll say questions that perhaps do not have good intentions behind them. Not necessarily malicious intentions, but like, oh man, it would be really fucking funny if Pippa answered my question honestly about how she feels about this other streamer. Whatever, you know? It's I don't blame you guys, okay? Because I get those urges. Don't do it to me, by the way. Fuck you. Don't do it. But yeah, I can't fulfill those urges, right? Because I just know, right? Like if I did something like that, it would be something like another Twitch database leak or whatever, and all IP addresses are leaked, and people see that my IP address from Pippa is also linked to this other account, and then some fucking internet sleuth is like, oh my god, well this person sent a fucking mean question or whatever on this one person's stream, and now it's like a thing or whatever. You know, like, that's what VPNs are for. That's a lot of work to do something that I shouldn't be doing anyways. Yeah, the best protection is just to not do it. Exactly. It's good to be a good person. Not just because it's good to be a good person, but also because it's good to not have to face consequences.
Everybody, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Low Effort Clips. That's right, Low Effort Clips, right here on YouTube.com. Yeah, and hit the notification bell.